They don't know what's going to happen.
Lock the gate, no matter where you live. Lock the gate.
This is a national issue.
It's an injustice.
It's like a ruddy tsunami.
Here's the flashpoint at the moment, but I'm sure it's coming to everyone's backyard, you know.
I've been told to sleep with one eye open.
And I feel as though we're at the point now that if we can nip it in the bud.
The first thing is to get involved.
Australia could become an enormous mine and a few of us clinging around the edges.
These massive companies are just rampaging across the countryside.
This is land that produces 25% of our crops.
I would not imagine if someone said they got to put two 20-inch pipes through my property that they would clear this type of devastation.
Are we just going to lie down, or are we going to stand up and fight?
I wouldn't have looked into the fine print or whatever else they might have there. Never sign anything until you've got a lawyer there.
This is the Rock the Gate Festival, and it's bringing a whole pile of different people that are concerned about coal seam gas to come together, share information, build relationships and alliances so that we can collaborate and be a powerful force.
This morning I woke up here in the Tara Showground to the sounds of the kookaburras at about 20 to 6. I was lying on the ground, I really felt like I was here. We got up, had some breakfast, and then I had the privilege of going out to base camp with June. June's been here. She's been arrested here. She knows exactly what's going on the ground. And to be in the car, driving along first the asphalt road, then it became the dirt corrugated road, and we're just driving, and the roads are incredibly straight, and you can just see the horizon line in the distance. What brings you this far away from Brisbane to Tara?
I just got this instant urge. I've been an activist for a few years now, and mostly all of my activism has been around Australia and the future I'm leaving my grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and I just thought I have to do what I can to stop this madness.
The dust was coming in the window. The light was coming in. June was explaining things as we drove along. We pulled up at the base camp. So this is the front line of the resistance.
Yes.
And there's Alan looking after the kitchen.
Good to meet you.
Nice to be here. And you can see the campfire where they sit down. That's like the boardroom where they sit at night and talk about what they're going to do. And you could feel the energy. And as June said, she said, this is where we're building a community. They're building their resilience, their ability to fight right there around the fireplace. Next stop was to go to one of the farms that has actually opened the gate. And we drove along this dirt road until you came to these clearings where the land has just, all semblance of respect has just been wiped aside as bulldozers have gone in and cleared the bush to run two 200mm gas lines through. And they've cleared up to 30 and in some cases 40 metres. We're in the back blocks of Tara and we've got an easement here, large enough to run almost a 3-lane highway through. Yeah. When you look at this clearing, how do you feel when you see this much land cleared to run 2 pipes through?
It just kind of blows you away. I can't understand why. They've got to have the machine go up 2 or 3 times to do it. It's not as though the machine's that wide and that's what they can do.
We went to the gate where the guards were. They let us in.
There's 2 locks on here. One's QGC and one's our lock.
Every movement needs a symbol, and I think the tree encapsulates the movement.
There were 3 trees there to start with, all in a line together, and the group stood and watched the first two being knocked over, and then they decided to run and stand in front of the third one and say, no, you're not having this one.
It represents everything June was talking about, the community, the connection, and the fact that they got a win there.
For us, it symbolises a victory. The pipes have gone through and the tree's still standing.
Symbolism is powerful, and to anyone looking at it, I mean, it's just a tree.
It's just a tree, yes.
I think it's one tree in the middle of a clearing.
That's right.
But they're the sort of things that can galvanise movement, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
What I love about June is she's an elder.
Makes me feel very proud.
160 millimetre pipe, 20 metre lengths. So that's 50 pipes a kilometre. It's a lot of pipe.
This is the well on Bryce's land. This is what all that devastation and everything's for, one well. So they told him they'd have this square, and they told him they'd have pipes running to it and across. But he didn't imagine this as what they'd do to run two pipes.
You might think, oh yeah, what can I do? Well, bear in mind that you have influence.
Get involved. You'll feel better. You'll be working with people who share your concerns, and by doing that together, we can really make a difference.
We're encouraging people to protest, and by getting the message across through the media.
If there's a rally on, come along to the rally. It's really important to show strength through that, through numbers.
Learn more, build relationships and also strategise.
You can read newspaper reports of things that have happened in the past, and you can form an opinion on where you stand on the issue.
Put your vote where it matters.
They only need to tell one or two people, but you could tell one person that broadcasts it further and wider than your wildest dreams. So in your groups, in your community, in your network and your family, just spreading the word of the significance that this uncontrolled industry will have on the long-term viability of the nation is something that's everyone's business.